there you are. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm really good.
Yeah.
So, Demetra, tell me your seeking story and what got you here.
So about that. uh since I was young, I was very inquisitive.
Hmm.
Always had questions about
Yeah.
everything. What was this for? Um my grandmother is a Jehovah's Witness, and so she raised me. My
Hmm.
mom was, doing her thing. She wasn't able to raise us at the time, so my grandmother took us in. And so, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Um, yes.
Okay.
And so I would wonder why, there were people who claimed to be Christian. They would celebrate holidays, and we weren't able to celebrate holidays. And I was just very inquisitive, just want to know, the same questions every human has. Why are we here, or
Yeah.
whatever. But I what I did was I prayed a lot,
Hmm.
and I would ask for the truth. I would ask, well, what is this? What's the truth?
Hmm.
If you're real, if you're there, I want to know. And
Yeah.
so throughout the years, struggled with depression, anxiety, um, and it was attributed to because my mom, when she had me, she did drugs, so it was attributed to stuff like that
Yeah.
and emotional issues and stuff like that. So people had answers, but stuff just didn't add up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just didn't
Yeah.
add up. It didn't make sense. And so uh, I came just throughout my life. I would just try different things, rather it be entrepreneurship or um, door-to-door sales, just to explore and see what I'm capable of.
Hmm.
So I was on this journey to see what I could do and who I can be,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm a middle child, and they call it the middle child syndrome.
That's right.
So I always felt unseen, unheard,
Hmm.
um, like I was just not there. So I was always seeing who I could become because I
Hmm.
was nobody.
Yeah.
Um, so and on that quote unquote journey, I came across things like the law of attraction. Um, and I got, well, I can't say I got into it. I tried to practice it, and I noticed that things would just happen.
Hmm.
um, and that was interesting. I'm like, wow. So what is this? you know, uh, it didn't take much effort or hard work for this thing that I was seeking to just
Hmm.
happen. And so I didn't become like a Christian like that. Well, I'll take that back. I was baptized a couple years ago as a quote unquote Orthodox Christian.
Okay.
So I didn't become a Jehovah's Witness. Um, I became baptized as a quote unquote Orthodox Protestant Christian,
Hmm.
and it was just still a lot. Like I didn't feel anything. I was
Yeah.
expecting to
Yeah.
feel. I thought, an angel was gonna come down and say,
That's right.
my faithful servant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just nothing.
Hmm.
It was literally nothing.
Yeah.
And I used to. It's this channel
Did
I
you
used
get
to.
baptized in water? You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, it's this channel I used to watch, and we used to sit. Honestly, it would be for literally 5 to sometimes even 12 hours
Oh, wow.
on YouTube. Yeah, just talking about the Bible, debates or just
Wow.
having conversations. Yeah. But at the end of the conversation, for all those hours, it was just nothing. It was
Nothing.
pointless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and recently, I'll fast forward up to here, to recent. Um, so this year was a bit rough. I had my mom actually became sober. She's 2 years sober now.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I'm actually sober. I'll be 4 years sober next month.
Congratulations.
Um, because everything I was going through, I was seeking to escape, so I started drinking and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Seeking is an
my
addiction
mom,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And so my mom, she came to live with me after she got sober, but it was really hard. It was stressful for me
Of course. Yeah,
emotionally because I was still seeking.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
still seeking, and it just wasn't. I couldn't find anything.
And you have someone living with you that's your trigger, your original
Yes,
trigger,
yes,
basically, right?
right.
Yeah,
Because also too, I was seeking a mother because she
yeah,
was never there.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I was
You're
seeking
suffering
a
and
lot of
liberation,
things.
living on,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
simultaneously, right?
Yeah. And so earlier this year, I moved back with my grandmother, which is actually where things started. Basically, with the trauma and everything. And so that was really difficult. I became her caregiver. So that's kind of like what I currently do. A
Hmm.
caregiver for her. But in August of this year, I almost became homeless. Um,
Oh, wow.
I had uh, a episode where just emotionally I couldn't take it
Yeah.
because my grandmother, what arises right through her form is a lot of uh, just needing and just I'm
Hmm.
trying to articulate it in a way that makes sense, but it was really hard because I saw separation between me and my grandmother. I couldn't
Okay.
see that, you know what I'm saying, everything. I couldn't look at her and see the infinite, right? I couldn't
Yeah.
see that in her because I
Yeah.
felt like she was the cause of my issues,
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
um and
Another
so I
trigger point,
just
right? So,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I had an episode and got put out. And well, I technically didn't get put out, but I left and was trying to figure out where I was going to go, what I was going to do. And I started listening to some guy on YouTube. He deals in the manifestation space.
Hmm.
So he talks about how to manifest your desires.
Hmm.
And I started watching him, and he mentions things like no separation and um, seeing things uh, as just what it is. It's just
Hmm.
this. But there is, as maybe Tony would say, he does compromise.
Hmm.
There is some compromising there. Um, but when I started watching, it helped.
Hmm.
And apparently
Yeah. Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
And I was able to get this apartment actually like a month later after that situation happened. And so after that, I came across some young lady on YouTube and she mentioned non-duality. And this was about a couple weeks ago. So I'm
Oh,
only
really?
maybe a couple weeks.
No
Yeah.
way. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm only a couple weeks into what this is or isn't,
Wow.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just got
Yeah.
baptized 2 years ago. And then
Yeah.
prior to that, you were in the Jehovah's Witness household, basically, right? So, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah.
And then how did you end up here? How did you find it about me? Um,
So after I started watching a lot of Tony and Jim,
mhm,
and I don't know, the self or whatever was kind of taken aback by, what I was perceiving.
mhm.
Because the way that Jim talks is like he'll say something and he just totally just stop. Like it's just no. I'm like it's just kind of it felt weird. It felt
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
But what he was saying, it was just like the first time I heard about it, I was like, wow. I was
yeah,
like, wait, yes.
yeah,
So the seeker mind is like, this is it. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Um, so I had stopped watching it for a little while. Then I just typed in because when I first started looking for it, I typed in their name specifically because the young lady she suggested Jim Newman or Tony. But then I just typed in YouTube non-duality, and you're just number one. So if
Oh, wow.
anybody types in non-duality, like you're gonna pop up first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so,
Yeah.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
So you came up. I skimmed through the channel, and honestly, I was kind of like, he seems like a guru,
Yeah.
and that was the first impression. Um, it was more so the titles were a little clickbaity, like awakening and stuff. It's kind of
Yeah.
like okay, um, especially after I was really just watching, binge watching Jim
Yeah.
and Tony. I'm like, so what are these people being awakened to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
That's
didn't
why it's
watch
in
it at
quotes.
first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch anything from you at first, but I don't. It just happened. I just circled back, and then I um, started watching your stuff, and what made me schedule this call was that um because I'm obviously still seeking,
Yeah.
obviously, and the fear is everything. I'm afraid of everything. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of what's going on. I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Um, I I've never my story. A part of my story was I was never able to keep a job.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, what am I gonna do? And now I'm hearing that it's nothing I can do or there's
Hmm.
nothing to do. So do I just sit in the bed all day and do nothing? Because that's all there is to do is nothing.
Yeah.
And so I had a bit of a cognitive dissonance moment. Um,
Yeah.
and
See.
I felt like I was going crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
like I was going crazy. But what happened or apparently happened was I let go of attaching myself to those thoughts.
Yeah.
And it was just, I started smiling. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, it
Yeah.
was, it was actually pretty interesting because it was like, it felt like I don't know how to explain that, but it kind of felt like I was in one place and in another place at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I felt like I was going insane, but then there was this peace, this this overwhelming peace that
Hmm.
everything is okay, everything is just this or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I scheduled because it was like I got some questions. I have some questions,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. For
yeah,
sure. So that's after watching the one and once, I guess you started seeing a little bit more differently, like the cognitive
yeah,
dissonance started
yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
hear
started.
that. I hear that a lot, right? As you know, as much as that radical non-duality, the uncompromising way, right? Can
Mhm.
is a good kind of like shock to the system, right? You're like, what the hell? Then you
Yeah.
start believing that there's nothing to do. There's nothing happening. It's just this. Even this becomes a new belief system. And the way that I tackle it is that if every single word is made up, then every statement about this is made up as well.
Hmm.
And I think that's why you started having that peace is because you're like, okay, that's just a thought. That cognitive dissonance is like, for example, there's nothing to do, but you're hungry and you know what I'm saying? You have to
Right.
you have to find work or you're gonna be homeless, you know what
Right.
I'm saying, if you don't do that, right?
Right.
Um and and the peace part of it is that this, I'm gonna say it, right?
Mhm.
So um well, what do you believe if you can't go to the past or the future?
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you without language at this moment?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So if there's no past and future, is there anything missing right now?
No.
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 There you go. So for example, you know what I'm saying of life is happening, But there's
I'm sure you hear
also,
that.
yeah, no,
Sorry
that's
about
okay.
that.
That's okay.
I can hear you though.
You can hear me. Oh,
Hmm.
that's loud.
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
right here.
it's right here.
It's right
Okay. I saw the lights.
it's just happening.
Yeah, yeah. So the simplicity of this is that if every single word is made up, then every single thing that you've thought about, known about, is even seeking is made up. And there's really no next. There's really no past. Those are just both thoughts, right? It's just what's here. So life becomes here again, right? For example, if you need to, do something, then do something, right? It's not like well, there's no one doing it anyway, then I'm just going to sit here in bed, kind of thing. Which becomes a lot of people get depressed and people, you know what, let life fall apart because of that, right? It's almost like the opposite of manifestation if you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But both are just beliefs.
Because it's not about doing or not doing.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I went to the same trap as you did, right? Because here I was a spiritual teacher, and then I fell apart because I was kind of like, well, there's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of this? And then I went into a deep depression. I went into substances and alcohol and addiction and everything, right? So what I'm talking about is just sobering up from all of it, which is in alignment with what's happening with you right now.
Mm.
Because it's just another intoxication of like, there's, in the beginning, well, if there's, I'm not choosing anything, so I'm scot free. And then you get stuck in the idea, of nothing's happening. So I'm just going to sit here in bed. Nothing's happening anyway. And then you realize that you're getting a little bit depressed or having anxiety. And then you keep on almost like the cognitive dissonance, right? It's kind of like, well, if nothing's happening, how come?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So the clarity is just really simple, right? It's um because if you look at even you believing that there should be no guru or teacher, I'm nothing at all. I just do this one. I don't even do talks anymore. I just do this one on one, right? Because even the Q&A, like if you watch those videos,
Hmm.
even if they're not calling themselves teachers, they're still teaching something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the description is still, and it's okay. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Guru, non-guru, guru, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all made up.
It's all made up. It's all made up. So in clarity without language, which is right now, you will never have any answers to any questions that you have because all the questions are made up. So all the answers are going to be made up. So life becomes more innocent again. It becomes more sober again. Because if you notice when you were asking those questions as a little kid, right, then you went into the addiction of trying to figure out things, asking God, praying, all that kind of stuff, right? And look where it led you.
Right.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
nowhere. Yeah, I did the same thing. I would even sing all of those Jesus songs, when I was, growing up and everything, right? So, and I was
I
very,
actually just watched. I'm sorry to cut you off.
no,
I
no,
just
go ahead.
watched the talk you and Tony had, which was awesome. Because
Yeah,
I was able to hear your story because I usually listen to you talk to other people.
yeah,
So I actually heard you and Tony share both of your stories. That was actually great.
yeah. It's good to talk
Yeah.
about stories. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. Yeah. So I was like a Catholic boy. You know what I'm saying? Which is very similar to any belief system, whether it be Orthodox or Jehovah's, even similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always something missing or something's wrong with you.
Yes. Yes.
And then we seek that through substances, addictions in many form, relationships, money, manifestation, non-duality, looking for teacher, speaker, guru, whoever, right? It just becomes the next. So stop here. Because if there is such thing as awakening, it's just here. If there's a dropping away of the me, it's here because there's no next. So when you hear when the me drops away, then that's just bullshit because there's no me in the first place. And sometimes you know that inquisitiveness is great. Don't let it be a curse. Let it be a curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can inquire in the moment, you know, what are you without the past or the future at this moment? What are you without language at this instance? Think of something that doesn't have an opposite.
I don't think there's words that can
Exactly.
describe it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Clarity without words or without language, right? It's just what's here.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So if the past is a thought, the future is a thought, then it's just got to be right here. Even saying right here is too much. And then even if you think of something, if all words are made up, then all thinking is made up. It's obvious. That somehow when you hear someone's thoughts about what this is, then you believe them. But their thoughts about this is also made up. And again, this is just a story. You probably had that innate clarity in you, right? That you didn't buy into the religion right away. And
Yeah.
then non-duality, you figured it out too, you know what I'm saying? That it was you were having cognitive dissonance. Luckily it did not last for you for like 10 years, like most people do.
Well, it just what it was, just what
Yeah.
it is. I can say that I was thorough and I was, well, what appeared to be was I was really genuine about wanting to figure out what was what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You were
Even now, like I was looking up earlier, I said, I asked it was a chat GBT, but it was another AI. I said, what are the Bible scriptures that point to non-duality?
Oh yeah, yeah. What are they?
um, there are this. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Okay. Okay, yeah.
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 Um, you have Solomon talk and Ephesians talk about everything is meaningless. There's no meaning to
Yeah.
this.
Let me go further with that one. What's between meaningless and meaningful?
I don't know.
There you go. Because you can get stuck again in everything is meaningless and then you're, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
There you go.
None of this.
There you go.
I don't know nothing.
So what
Nothing.
happened to me when this unfolded for me, when all of this, that people will call it dropping away of the me, people call it awakening, people whatever. And again, these are just all words, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't take words seriously, right? So that's why if you listen to even my old stuff and everything, I always say I keep on changing everything that I say because it doesn't matter. When people are getting stuck with, I think last week I just stopped doing the in between questions at one point, just to check to
Mhm.
see, what I'm saying, and then I still use it again. So it doesn't matter basically because
Yeah.
if everything that you've ever thought about, everything that you've ever believed, is based on words that are made up. So even if you believe the word truth, that's also made up. Even even if you figured out that it's made up, the one that figured it out is also made up. So the made up is making up stuff. Even if you can figure it out that it's made up, it's still made up. So if you pull out the curtain of words, what's behind it?
Mm, I couldn't say.
Yeah, I can say too. So in that sense, both of us, you know what I'm saying, are equally not knowing. So there's no more distance between us. There's no more I'm better than you, or you know, or you're better than me kind of thing.
Right.
Because we both meet into that empty space. Because you can keep on pursuing the quest for language, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all you're doing, right? But if language is
Mhm.
made up, what's the point of it?
Right.
So I throw all my books away because I do love reading, but you know, all my books about spirituality, religion, non-duality, you know what? They were just all squiggles and lines. Like I was looking at them like they're just squiggles and lines. And we just put meaning to them. For example, if we're looking at a tree, we collectively call that a tree. If you go to a
Yeah.
different country, if you say tree and if they don't understand English, they're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah. There's not even a
So,
universal language.
right.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah. So even everything that you're seeing, you just learn to call that a house, a tree, a cloud, person. Even if you look at your name, it's all made up. But somehow, you know what? We're so convinced that I am Emerson. But when you
Right.
go to sleep at night, where does that go?
It's it's not there.
It's not there yet. And there are many moments, many different moments in the day that you're like washing dishes or, you know, I love vacuuming and there's just, I love doing both, but there's just no one doing it if you look at it. Or rather, what's between no one and not no one.
These are hard questions.
Yeah. But you can't go there.
Right.
Yeah. And just really pointing out the
So,
obvious. So go ahead. You
yeah,
said you have questions. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's obvious.
Yeah.
So, I was also very heavily into conspiracies.
Me too.
And so this is where the self really starts to pull, so to speak, apparently, although it's not happening, right? However, the idea, because it's all ideas, but it's that are made up,
Mm-hmm.
um, the idea of a prison planet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and well, see, I want to say the fact
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and how it is appearing to actually fulfill that.
Yeah.
I want to ask why, but obviously there's no point in it. It's
Well,
just what it is.
if you look at it, the idea of prison planet came from someone,
Mhm.
right? But even their idea of prison planet is just another thought. It's just another belief, right? So, for example, I believed in, I believed in the Cabal and the Great Awakening and that kind of stuff for a brief period of time. And I was miserable because I was caught up, I was like, keep on reading and reading and we'll look at YouTube, and there was forums and everything. And I'd be like, oh, what's going on? Um, but if you take away the past and the future, what's left?
This.
Yeah. Is there a Cabal or a person planet? This? If you can go to the past or the future?
I don't know.
There you go.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I'm going to
Um,
repeat, right? So show me a word that is not made up.
there aren't any.
Yeah. So even the word planet and person are made up, isn't it? So
So
thinking is so tricky because that's the original conspiracy, is thinking. So you think that there's a past, you think that there's a future, but
yeah.
where's the past and the future at this moment? See my feed now, because before, like it's just a marketing thing. Like if you are in that conspiracy theory algorithm, everything that will
Mhm.
show up on your feed will be conspiracy
Yes.
theory.
Yes.
My feed is just music right now. I like dance music, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a whole bunch of great DJ sets, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Before I was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning going through like, a bunch of forums and everything and kind of like, oh my goodness. And then I would be awake, the kind of like um, basically wearing a tinfoil hat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um that because
At
the
one point, it fueled also that I could not eat anything anymore because everything is poison, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It
yeah.
goes into an extreme, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It's it's just because of what's appearing, what's
Yeah.
apparently happening.
Yeah.
It feels real. It
Yeah.
feels like the world is crumbling. The government's haywire. You
Yeah.
have all of this chaos going on, wars and stuff. So
I don't want to kind of like sound kind of like, like dismissive or, what, or trying
go
just to
no.
avoid. I
No.
don't have any of that in my feed, in my social media. So I don't even know
Yeah.
what's going on, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to live in fear all the time because then I'll be talking to a person. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, are they reptilian or, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? Are they a
Mm.
pedophile?
And my,
Yeah,
I will usually ask like, who hired you? Like, who do you
yeah,
work for?
that's right. And then
Yeah.
you know what? When that undoing happened for me, I was just like, oh, because if let's just be really direct, right? If
Mm.
you take away the past and the future, where's Demetra?
I don't know. She's
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah. So everything that Demetra believes, thinks, read, and everything is also made up. But Demetra is a great illusion because it will feel absolutely fucking real. You know what I'm saying?
It is a
otherwise, otherwise, you
very
know what? It's an Emerson from Timo illusion, and I want my money back if it doesn't feel real.
yeah.
It has to appear absolutely real, right? So, but what's between real and not real?
Nothing.
Yeah. And even take away the word nothing, what's left? You don't have to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was seeking, I was listening to radical non-duality, I was listening to Alex Jones, a whole bunch of different, so many different podcasts and stuff like that. And I was going insane because it was feeding my neurosis, basically.
Mm.
It became my new addiction. More information, more information, more information.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because it's still seeking. It's
It's
still
still
the
seeking, yeah.
seeking a better experience.
Seeking
I
of the,
don't want to be on a prison planet. So
yeah,
of
yeah,
course I'm gonna seek.
exactly.
Mm.
And it's also easy when there's a collective of people believing that, even if it's a small collective, right? And then it just basically it's just an ego bonding, basically a me bonding. This imaginary me is now being validated by this imaginary me, so they feel real, right? This imaginary belief system is now being validated by this imaginary, then collectively, right? Then you become a cult, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, a collective
They
cult of
have a
people.
made up name for that too.
What's the made up name?
Egregore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what I did was, you know what? When I threw away my books, I also disconnected all of my social media.
Are you on? You're not on anything? No.
I
Well,
have
I
a
did see a Instagram page,
I have
but
an Instagram page, but you know what? If you look at my last post was like about a year and a half ago.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not.
Because I was
Oh,
gonna message you,
oh
but I
yeah.
saw
I
I
don't.
was. But yeah,
Yeah. No, because you know what? Even that feed is just all, you know what? It's clean now, like it's all music now, right? But even before when I started, I'm like, oh my God, what is this feed now? Like it's again for social media to work, you know what I'm saying? It's like this is someone actually told me this. When you're in constant fear, if a product appears, the product appears more, I don't know, a product appears more valuable for you. For example, if you're
Mm,
in a feed of fear and then a vitamin or a supplement comes and you're like, oh, I'm gonna take that, right? So
yeah.
yeah. So the best target markets are people that are in fear. So the social
Mm,
media will keep on. Again, this is just story. Don't you know what I'm saying? This is just another thing. But the
yeah.
social media will keep on feeding your algorithm with fearful things, so that you remain as a target market.
So many stories.
There's so many stories.
So
It's just another web of addiction if you look at it, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I still struggle with being on my phone because it'll tell me how many hours I've been on a day.
yeah.
Uh, so I try to get it down. Um, I still vape, which I don't want to do, but I still do it. So there's still there things
Think of it as
apparently
an
happening.
unfolding. Think of it as an unfolding, like baby steps, basically, right? Um,
Hmm.
the addiction is just really the urge to the next. But when you see that the urge is right here, it's not in the
Yeah.
next, then it dissolves. What are you without the next? What are you without the next, babe? The next social post media, the next forum, the next Reddit thing. It's just all trying to, you know what? There's this sobriety is just always here, which you can call as, you know, just clarity or freedom from all ideas of freedom. It's just what's here. It's not in the next. But if you notice, everybody's talking about the next.
Yes.
How do you get out of the planet prison? How do you usher a new revolution, an awakening? You know, like I was always interested in that. The moment that I've heard about group awakening, I'm like, oh, the planet is awakening, but it's in the next,
Right.
right?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's attractive, and then all of a sudden you're looking at everybody and like, is that person like a reptilian or are they, you know, all so you're trapped in a matrix again. So what's between the red pill and the blue pill? Space, nothing, emptiness. And then take away those words, then life becomes clear again. And again, this is just a story, and maybe the reason that you can't um the job keeps on changing and everything right there because there's no presence that's happening. There's no, because you're always distracted with your phone, with your whatever it is, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. It's a part of it too, right?
Yeah.
But now that you know that it's almost like a shift in attention. The attention is always going to the next or the past, right? So what if you simply take away, right? The mind is like a bookmark. If you take away the past, the beginnings and the endings, then there's just the infinite. Your thinking, conspiracy way thinking is always in this horizontal, vertical, like a ninja way of thinking about it, right? It's
Mm.
like chopping the past and the future, and it's just this clarity here. And I'm gonna say, right, and this is just a story. This is not in the next or whatever, and this is just a story. I've never felt so much happier in my life in the past like 9 years. Not getting caught up in the stories of others, past and future. There's just a sobriety.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Even
I can also tell my story of like I grew up in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? It's just cue the violin, basically, right? For me, right? So,
right. But it's not about us,
no,
or there is no us. It's
no,
just
yeah,
this.
yeah. Oh, what's between this and
Uh,
not this? So we can go further.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's between us and not us. You can't really say it in words.
No.
No.
I can't think of it. It's not even
No.
able. I'm not even able to conceptualize that.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's sobriety from conceptualization of the mind. And you know about sobriety, it's not the prettiest thing, you know what I'm saying? People are
right.
it's frustrating because you'll have these urges, but if you go to the urge, then you're back into that cycle again. And you don't want to go there.
One thing about drinking was that it just dropped for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It just totally dropped.
So without the future, what's there to vape? I was just talking to someone who quit smoking. She basically said that I started just whatever this is direct. And again, if you smoke, that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just an unfolding, baby steps. And it's all going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with my grandmother, so being there with her, um, she talks a lot about the Great Tribulation and the New World.
Well, you know what?
Um,
You're a disadvantage that you grew up with the greatest conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
But now, like when she talks about it, I laugh now.
Yeah.
I don't I
Yeah.
don't get frustrated or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with my dad, for example, right? Or or people that Catholic every belief system is the same. You know what? Let's just not say that maybe because you're Jehovah or Catholic or non-duality that you're better or worse and everything. It's all
Yeah.
belief. You can get caught up believing that there's no me
Mhm.
and go
Mhm.
into a spiral of depression, or
Yeah.
you can get caught up that there is a great tribulation happening and you spiral into depression, or you can get caught up that there is this person planet. So what the mind likes is to go from one belief system to another. It could be a belief that is just all apparently, even that is just a belief. A belief that this is all an illusion or a dream is still a belief. So what's between belief and non-belief?
Not able to describe.
No, no. And that's the piece that you can't talk about, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because my latest addiction has been money.
Yeah.
I need money, money,
Yeah.
money. So you would ask me what's in between having money and not having money.
Yeah. What do you adopt next? I had that
I
addiction
don't
too.
know.
I had that addiction too at one point. It's good. I'll tell you how it goes, right? So I had a lack of money, so I made sure that I made a lot of money. And then when I made a lot of money, I still felt empty. So I'm like, and I gave up all my money and I still felt empty. So the desire to have more is a desire. The desire to have none is still a desire. Does that make any sense?
So wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
The desire to have more, right, is a desire.
Mhm.
The desire to have none is still a desire. So for example, if a man wants everything, now that they got everything, they're like, I don't want to have this everything now. Like for example, somebody wants
Just
fame, right? Somebody wants
yeah.
to be super famous and then do it. They get there and then they're like, I don't want to be famous anymore. I lost my anonymity.
Mm.
It will just keep on going in circle. And when they lose that fame, they're like, I want to be famous again. I want to be rich. And then they lose all their money. Then they're poor. They want to be rich again. They have all their money. They're like, well, everybody looks at me just like as if I'm made of money. So the mind will always keep on taking you into a loop. You know what I'm saying? So what are you without the next?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I, I have a. It's coming up again. I have a. I wanted to. I want to be. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't even know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say I want to get to where you are. That's what.
Oh,
That's what came up.
well, what if we take away the language, then where am I and where are you?
We're in the same place. I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah. Listen, my life fell apart big time, right? You know, when I was seeking nonstop and I lost everything and heard you probably heard my story, right? And I was like, I was sleeping on someone's couch and I was just a mess of a person, basically. I was probably the worst version of me, you know, not proud of it and everything. There was a lot of regret and everything. So when this happened, I was still in that position. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the angels came down and they're like, wrote me $1 billion check. They're like, you made it. You made it here. Life is going to get, no. I still had to live with my parent. I still live with my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until like just last year. But you know what happened though? Kind of like what you were saying to me earlier. There was a peace, there was a peacefulness with it. There was an okayness to it. Even if it was not okay, it was okay.
Yeah.
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 I haven't smiled as much. I don't remember. I can't remember. Ever since I've been, I don't know how to say it, introduced to this,
Yeah.
I
I'm glad.
smile a lot
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Me too. In fact, people tell me that I laugh or smile too much in my video.
I saw that. I saw a couple comments too.
Yeah. I can't seem to I can't seem to take him seriously. He smiles too much. Or he's a teacher or a guru or something. So which one is
Yeah.
it? Right?
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Right.
All I really do is show over and over again that it can't stop. This madness of seeking. Because if every single word made up, what are you looking for? More made up words? Or do you want to sober up from that addiction of trying to figure out something when your whole structure is based up on a false narrative?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sober for sure.
yeah. And I'm glad that you sobered up because you can see this now a bit more clearer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually I got another position yesterday too. It just happened for a sales job, work from home.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Again,
Yeah.
right? It's just a never ending unfolding, little baby steps,
Yeah.
so to speak, right? Life seems to get a little bit normal and not so crazy anymore. Because for me, seeking was my madness.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me too. Me
yeah.
too.
Now life, because even when I became a spiritual teacher, because I was a spiritual teacher for quite a while, you heard that in my story.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, I was like weird, like acting with my family because now I'm better than them for some odd reason. Meanwhile, they had
Mm.
more happiness than me
Hmm.
or more contentment, so to speak, right? So
Yes.
now there's just this. I enjoy my family more. I enjoy my old friends, right? The people
Yeah.
that used to come to my meetings, they're my friends now. We go out to eat a lot. We celebrate each
Amazing.
other's birthday, right? There's no more guru or speaker or whatever, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. There's just a normalcy. There's a sobriety even from being what this is. I'm
That's
not caught
amazing.
up in it. Yeah, yeah. And I don't talk cryptically or You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was a little bit afraid of what to say, what not to say here.
Yeah, no, you can
Yeah.
say anything. Because it's just really, you know what, if you're still thinking that there's a word, you know what I'm saying, that's still another baby steps, right? There's still another intoxication. So
Yeah.
all this really is just being authentically whatever this is without the idea of what this is.
Right.
Yeah,
Because I was big. Remember I told you those all those long hours watching of talking about the Bible. It was because I was looking for the proof.
yeah,
I had to prove what I believed to be true.
yeah. And it's just another maintenance of that identity, right? But if you look at it, people that are listening to the non-duality Zooms are the same thing as the people who are listening to the Bible. They're just hanging
Yeah.
on to a belief, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I could say this the self that's here does that
yeah,
because I still do research.
yeah.
I look up words.
But when you start looking at it as just purely entertainment, then life becomes a lot more sober.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Instead of looking to learn.
I still love, you know what? I still love documentaries. I love fiction stuff now because before I was like, I was too good to read fiction or too good to read like watch
Yes.
movies
Oh,
because I was in a spiritual stance of like that I'm above that kind of thing.
right.
I laugh at the stupidest movies now, like just like a little kid. I watched this movie called Naked Gun, and I was laughing like it's just the silliest movie. It's a
What is it about?
it's just about this cop. You know what I'm saying? That it's a remake from a 90s or 80s movie. It's
Mhm.
just the most ridiculous movie that you'll ever see. Right? It's just a slapstick joke basically, right? And here I am. Before I would be kind of like highbrowing it. I'm like, oh, you know what? Can't watch that. Meanwhile, when I was
Yeah.
younger, I used to smoke pot and watch pot movies with my brother, right? So and but I
Yes.
became all of a sudden, like I'm a spiritual teacher now, and so about that.
Mm.
But life becomes enjoyable again, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I can
Yes.
cry at those silly reunions TikToks with with dogs and owners and everything. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I try to hold back my tears.
Although I
But
haven't,
yes.
I have a TikTok, but I'm not the one that's doing it. I just check it once in a while, right? I have another
Okay.
person that's doing it. There's this
Oh,
wonderful lady
okay.
from, and I just gave her, I'm like, do whatever you want to do with it. Oh, I have to message her because okay. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's just,
almost time.
it's just, no, 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 no. I said, I just remembered, but it's beautiful just to live without the ideas of others. It's good to have freedom from all ideas of freedom. Because if your freedom is based on someone's idea, then is it really freedom?
Is it wrong to feel excited about that?
It's okay.
um, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so obvious though.
Yeah, it
Like
is,
it's
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love that your
Wow, I really
trajectory is just so wild, right? You came from a Jehovah's, you know what I'm saying? And then you got
yeah.
just got baptized 2 years ago
Yeah.
in water and the Holy Spirit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Protestant, Orthodox Protestant believe, but and
Yeah.
then and then you found Tony and Jim. Like how? Like you were doing manifesting in a span of 2 weeks, and then here you are.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
you found me, I guess you did my talk with Tony, and then you started watching the one-on-ones. It's like wild, right?
Yes. Yes. It is.
And then you
And this,
almost went into a cognitive dissonance hell, basically. And
yes,
yeah.
I actually,
Oh, I remember
it,
your
it
email
happened
now. Your
before.
email now. I remember your email now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you an email.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I went through that before. I've always been a seeker, so I had moments, and it dawned on me the other day that the only time where things were felt peace was when I just stopped.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
wasn't when I went to go see the therapist or when I went to go drink.
No,
I just
it's just
sat.
it's just when there's just a directness at this moment.
It was every time,
Yeah,
every time.
yeah.
Because I was always alone. I didn't really, I couldn't keep friends. I could make friends, but I couldn't keep them because that's the story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And you had a disadvantage of living, you know what I'm saying, in a Jehovah's Witness, because
yeah,
I
yeah,
even had a hard time, at one point because I was in a Roman Catholic, um, which is a stricter version of Catholicism, basically.
yeah. I was waiting, seeking for the world to end all of these years
Oh, wow.
because that's what I was told growing up. The world is about to end. The
That's
world is
right.
about to end.
So if you look at that, that's another next, 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 next. You can't
Exactly.
really live. Actually, how can you live when you're thinking about the world's gonna end?
So I started drinking because I wanted to escape.
Yeah.
I wanted to escape that this end that's happening or going to happen. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. For me, it was the past, right? Because you know what? I kept on saying that, you know, in the Catholic religion, there's an original sin that you came in sin and Jesus died for you. And I'm like, do is this the reason that I'm here is because I killed the Son of God?
right, right. Oh my goodness.
Imagine living through that shame and guilt, right? I'm like, I'm a sinner. I have to prove that I'm good.
Yes,
I have to keep on
it was
meditating. I
so.
have to keep on praying. I have to keep on singing. You know what I'm saying? And,
And then
um,
you're questioning, am I doing this right? Am I gonna go to hell if I think
that's
this?
what it is. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean.
So yeah, at one point I was like, "Fuck it,"
Yes, yes.
right?
It
Because
was too
that's just again, that's
contradictory.
just the past is not here. It's the past of thought. It's the future
No.
of thought.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
They are
past
thoughts.
and
They are
future of
thoughts.
thought. So the only thing that is real is right here. In the absence of thoughts, in the absence of words, in the absence of beliefs, in the absence of absence, basically. Those are just too many words. Take away the language of what's left.
I've had so many glimpses, as they call it,
Yeah,
when I was in treatment because I did 20 months in treatment when I was as far as when I was getting sober. And I told a friend at the time, we were headed to a meeting. I said, tomorrow doesn't exist. And he was like, wait, what? I don't understand.
yeah,
And I was just like, it just doesn't exist.
yeah. It's like a groundhog day that you expect the next, but there's really no next.
Yeah.
It's just the mind playing tricks, basically. So you're avoiding, you're fearful of this moment because, but really, if we take away the language, guess what you're facing all the time? The unknown.
Yes.
But
And that's scary.
if you take away the past and the future, guess what you are as well? The
Mm.
unknown. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. And that's just more thoughts, basically. But you can also not take that. But yeah, then you know what? If you take away the language, if you take away the narrative of the past and the future, then you know what? You start smiling a little bit more.
Absolutely.
If you take away the conspiracy theory out of your feet, then you smile a little bit more.
Oh, yes, a
And
lot
again,
more.
right? You were groomed to be a conspiracy theorist because you were looking for that
Yes.
judgment day. I was
Yes.
also groomed for for pain and suffering because I believe that somehow a little baby that got born to this planet killed the Son of God.
Yes.
That's why you have this baptism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm going to stop the recording.